Good morning, students. Today we are just going to review the lesson we had earlier this week on making buttons, and buttons that will control your movie. In this case, a simple circle moving across the stage. I know you are in the middle of creating your own animation known as midterm, showing what you've learned over the last 5 weeks, and we want to culminate that with those 3 buttons that we made earlier. And so in your midterm project, you're going to want to show those 3 buttons. Okay? So what did we do? Basically, we made a play button, and here I am. I double-clicked inside my play button state. You can see the up, the over, the down, and the hit. And in the hit, we really didn't make a hit keyframe. But in the down state, we see it changing to pink, over state, a little darker pink, and the original button is that green color. And so what I did for the other 2 was create similar colors, and keeping with the color scheme. So there's the stop button. You can see the same thing happening. And back into scene 1. Here's the pause button, and there you go. Okay, so what do we do with these buttons? Well, we have to add ActionScript to the buttons themselves, and so that's the important thing. You got to make sure you select the button, okay, and then you want to hit F9 shortcut to bring up the ActionScript window, which you see here, and this is the code for the play button. So it says on, press, on, open parentheses, press, close parentheses, and then open curly bracket. That's the first line. And we don't have any spaces, and everything's lowercase. Curly bracket, if you don't know where that is the key to the right of the letter P on your keyboard. You have to hold down the shift, and you get that curly bracket appearance. So left curly bracket and right curly bracket. The right curly bracket is on line 3. That's how you finish the code. And then to play, you'll just, second line there, play, open, close parentheses, semicolon. Okay, so not a lot there, pretty easy to do. Don't forget to check your syntax. You can see the script contains no errors. And then F9 to close it up. So that's directly on the play button. Same thing, stop. Actually, we'll go to the pause button. Let's skip the stop for now. Okay, so if you select the pause button on the screen or on the stage, hit F9, you can see everything's the same as the play button, except you get the word stop instead of play. These codes can be found on my website in case you forget and you don't want to bother watching the video. But another thing to point out is up here in the tab, make sure it says Actions-Button. If it says Actions-Frame, you are not going to get it to work for you. So again, Actions-Frame, that would not work. When we create a button and we want those buttons to operate correctly, they have to have the code directly on the button themselves, okay? And so finally, the stop is a little bit different, and you still get the on press, okay? But then different is the go to and stop. And in parentheses here, you get you put in a frame. Now originally it says 1, but I could go ahead and I'll put frame 15. And what should happen there is, well, this circle should stop at frame 15 instead of frame 1. Okay, originally I had frame 1, so let's go ahead and test that. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit stop, and see right there, middle of this stage. So it works pretty good. Okay, and in terms of what you should do, that's up to you. You can tell your stop button to go any frame you want. Okay. All right, so that's again just a review of how to do that. Again, when you make your buttons, don't forget first to make sure each button has their own layer. You can see here, pause, stop, play. Don't forget to keyframe it. And so there's F8, choose button. Let's call this stop. And stop is already taken, so I gotta do stop 2. Yours will not say stop, or you're gonna want to call your stop, but I have already one in the library called stop. So then you just double click it, hit F6, and it'll just bring it over to the second frame called the overstate, and just change the color. It doesn't matter what the color is. And then you can either choose to make a downstate color, or not. It's up to you. Okay? And that's it. Hope this helps you out. Thank you.